What's up, everybody? JP here from Stop Heroin Kenosha. Just out and about. Just got done hanging out with my son and doing some Pokemon hunting and all that. So just wanted to kind of talk to you guys today about those in recovery and when you quit using, drinking, whatever your drug of choice was, you're left with a lot of free time. So you have to come up with ways to fill that time, that gap, so that the boredom doesn't kick in. I love to fish, so I do a lot of fishing. I do a lot of hanging out with my sons and do a lot of Pokemon. And, the other day we went to the Packer game and stuff like that. So, my point is, when you quit using, you have a lot of free time, especially if you were really deep into your addiction and, used a lot. So, you have to come up with, some type of hobby or some type of plan to, fill your time, your free time, because that boredom can be killer. That boredom can lead you back to relapse, can lead you back to using because, you're bored. So you want to do something. So if you're a drinker, of course, you're going to start drinking. You ain't hanging out at the bars no more. Or, you're not, hanging out with the drunks or whatever. So my point is when it comes to recovery, you have to fill that time. There's lots and lots of great activities that go on at, Narcotics Anonymous meetings or AA or at the clubs, not so much, the clubs aren't, they say, affiliated with any of the meetings, but, they have the meetings there. So, but they have a lot of great activities there. So, hook up with, maybe your local, organization of, Narcotics Anonymous, NAAHA, which is Heroin Anonymous, maybe a religious organization. I know people that, they do a lot of activities at their church, and they get involved in the church with Bible studies and smart recovery and such like that. So, but the point is you have to fill that gap. There's a lot of free time, and if you don't, I'm speaking from experience here, from past, when I would get into recovery and I didn't have all those using friends anymore that I hung out with and all that in the bars and such. I would try to hang out by myself and do whatever, but I'd get bored and I'd miss, some people mourn their recovery, not their recovery, but their drug use, so you quit using drugs, you go into like a depression, you start going into a mourn, and you miss it, because that was a big part of some people's lives. I mean, that's what they did. That was, from sun up to sundown, they used drugs or they drank or whatnot. So, hobbies, fishing's a great one. It does cost money though. I mean, so try to find activities that are free. Kenosha County especially, I know, has a lot of county parks. It doesn't cost much. If it costs anything. Some parks might cost enter. I'm not sure about these days, but I know it used to be, county parks, you had to have a sticker, but I don't know about nowadays. But I know there's a lot of parks that don't, and there's a lot of parks that you can, get out and walk the trails. I love it. Me and Renee do it all the time. We take Bolsifas out, and we'll go out into the park where there's, where I live up there, and I live in right now Milwaukee County. So and there's a lot of parks that we take the dog for a little stroll, and doesn't cost a dime. It actually helps you get your thoughts together and get your get re-energized, get in touch with nature. So it don't cost nothing for that. Hobbies such as crocheting, if you have access to the internet, there's a lot of good videos on there that teach you how to crochet. I myself, I love to crochet. It's very peaceful. Some people might not like it. you know, because, you know, especially men, they think, oh, it's a woman. I'll tell you what, it's a great relaxation tool. Very great. You know, a lot of people bike, you know, buy a cheap bicycle or whatnot. Buy a gym membership. Get in, you know, get back into shape if you're not, you know, if you're not already there. So there's a lot of activities that are out there that you can get involved in that, you know, that fills that gap that, you know, is there when you quit using. So, I mean, you don't want to fall into that boredom. I'm on this new app called Sober Grid, and I see a lot of people on there, you know, say, oh, you know, a lot of people are new to recovery on that app, and I see a lot of them, I'm bored to death. I tell them, find a hobby, get into a meeting, you know, hook up with some local people, do service work in the meeting, for the meetings or at the club. There's a lot out there. Just gotta look, you know, go on your Google and, you know, Google local around you, you know, volunteer at the Humane Society, help them, feed them, water them, walk them, you know. I mean, there's a lot of help they need there. I mean, so, you know, there should be no excuses. I'm bored. I mean, it doesn't take money to have fun. I was going to say Jerry Smith's Pumpkin Farm, but it does cost now. Part of it does. The pumpkin displays and such are still free, but, you know, you can still go to other ones. Swans is free. There's a couple other places in town, but just, you know, look, library, get a library card, read. I mean, there's a lot out there, guys. I hate to see people relapse and go back out there because they say there was nothing to do. I mean, I know how it is. When I first started this recovery thing, it can be boring. And for people that have never tried to be in recovery before, it's new to them. It's a culture shock. And, you know, just, you know, pick up your, you know, open up the Google and look up free things to do and wherever you live. It's, you know, it's simple as that. There's a lot out there, guys. If you can, get a dog. Get a puppy. I got a puppy when I first got into recovery, and he's my best friend today. He really is. He's my best friend. And a lot of you guys see me with him all the time. I mean, he's almost everywhere I go, he goes. But, you know, that's my little buddy, and, you know, he's, you know, they say, you know, I rescued him from, he rescued me. You know, he really rescued me. I got him from the pound, and he's totally changed my life, helped me change my life. He's there when I need somebody to talk to. I talk to him. He's not my dog, he's my friend. You know, I really love him, and, but yeah, there's an idea right there. Get a pet if you can. Now, I mean, I know a lot of people can't just go out and get a dog because they're in apartments or whatnot, and but maybe a goldfish or something, you know. The other day I was out in the driveway and I found a little baby snapping turtle. Couldn't have been no bigger than a quarter, you know. I got him in the house now. I named him Leonard. Got a tank for him. I got a little filter and a heater, some rocks, and all kinds of stuff, and I feed him. He comes right to the top. I turn that light on, he comes right up. He knows when it's feeding time. So, you know, I get a lot of joy out of that because, you know, I probably saved that turtle's life because, I mean, he was freshly born and here he is in the middle of a driveway, you know. So, you know, so yeah, I mean, I get a lot of joy out of that. I get a lot of, you know, good feelings. It's a positive feeling today. I'm not, you know, being a total fucking drunk asshole and just being whatever to people. So, you know, with that, guys, look into finding something to, you know, fill that gap, guys. My name's JP. I'm a grateful recovered heroin addict with 4 years clean, and, you know, I'm here anytime somebody needs to talk, man. 262-409-1931. You guys take it easy and be blessed. Enough's enough, guys.